Oh, wow. We've got a nice little weird overlay there. Why is that working that way? Aha, that's why. Boop. There we go. Had a weird little overlay. Okay, friends, so this is Sucker for Love, all right? We are going to jump into the load. Fucking hell, that was a bit weird. Going to jump into the load here. Sucker for Love is the, like I said, the Cthulhuine dating simulator. Never seen this game. It should be entertaining. It is fucking weird, is what it is. It is fucking weird, Padment, if I'm completely honest with you. The reason why we're doing this is because it was we did a charity stream last year, and one of the milestones was that I would play a dating simulator from start to finish. Okay. And the vote went up. You picked, there was 5 dating simulators, and you picked this one, which is Sucker for Love. Okay? So we started with Chapter 1, where we summoned Lynetta, the personification of Cthulhu, and we went through, and we've got both of the endings, but we basically went through with the scenario. We summoned them in, we sacrificed the entirety of our reality so that we could get a good old smooch. A good old smooch. A little bit of oodles and oodles of Tommy Tongue and Tommy Tentacles in the scenario there, because Lynetta, as you can see here, is a tentacled individual, you know? We then despite the fact that we died at the end of this one, we actively died here. This was the ending we went with, all right? We actively died. Despite that, we suddenly found ourselves alive. The world ended, reality ended, but it turns out that so long as one of the elder gods are dreaming of us, we will always live. We will always exist. We were then approached by this young lady called Missy. Missy is the personification of the King in Yellow, who is another Lovecraftian Cthulhuoid entity. And for the sake of posterity, for the sake of understanding it, we'll jump back to the start so we can remind ourselves about what's happening in Chapter 2 and how that works, all right? Is that Clockwork Orange eye-opening thing at your picture frame?
King in Yellow approaches.
Good old Chapter 2. It's not, actually. This frame that I've got here is a H.R. Geiger mirror frame that I have edited and adapted to make it into a frame for the channel. For this section anyway, you know. In a world terrorized by slavering shadows and tentacled nightmares, something as innocuous as an additional star in the night sky might be the most prophetic premonition of doom. For wherever the lurid golden light of the planet Carcosa shines, the long wicked shadow of the King in Yellow is cast. Behind that mask lies echoes of decadence and disorder, masquerades of limitless cruelty and hideous laughter in equal part. And of all the poor devils, seduced by the lavish promises of the God King's court, the favored victims of the King's sadistic amusement are followers belonging to other deities. Huh? What? Where? Huh? Did I zone out? What was I doing? Damn, having one hell of a brain fart. I can't remember for the life of me what I'm supposed to be doing. Everything feels so hazy. The Eldritch Mouth is a funny one. The whole thing is fucking funny. It's weird and dark and hilarious, and I love it. Was I going to work? I am standing outside, after all. Yeah, that's got to be it. The sun is setting, and so probably around 7 p.m., which means I'm going to be crazy late. Oh, fantastic. That's the beauty of working nights. I can't use the excuse that I overslept. Yeah, boss, I slept all day, sun up to sundown. That's why I'm 6 hours early for my shift. Those sound like the church noontime bells. It's high noon? No way! They must be doing some special event service or something. I can clearly see that it's the golden hour right before sunset. I'll just have to ask someone for the time on my way to work. If it's not too late, and I really hoof it, I'll just get chewed out instead of fired. I'll still have to deal with being sweaty, but I'll figure that out when I get there. So our character is a host from one of the Japanese host clubs. So we are a very pretty young man in a suit who would go and be a date for an evening usually for a young lady. Okay? How's it going, Night Dragon? How you doing? Oh, someone's coming. Perfect. Fingers crossed I'm not absolutely screwed. Hey, man. Sorry to bother you. You wouldn't happen to have the time on you, would you? Hello? Hey, hey? Is this guy ignoring me? Normally I'd say whatever and walk away, but he's unfortunately standing in the only stairway off this floor. The only way to exit this conversation is to shove past him. But this guy is giving me such weird vibes. I don't want to go anywhere near him. The longer I look at him, this guy seems more and more suspicious. That odd posture. He's slowly swaying in an uncannily disturbing way. The collar of his shirt looks filthy, stained with splotches of deep brown and reds. Is he bleeding? Does he even live here? This is the top floor, and I thought I'd met all of my neighbors. There are only 4 apartments up here. My only choices are to go inside and call the police, or walk past this freaky guy. I don't have the time to wait around for when the cops show up, so I'll... But just as I take a step, I kick something weighty with my shoe. It's bright pink, with gold accents. A book! What's... Lynetta! But I died! The world ended! The shock freezes me in place. And because I was so distracted, I didn't even notice the... I duck inside my room, slamming the door in suspicious men's face. Fumbling with the lock in a panic, I manage to turn the deadbolt. I take a few fearful steps back into the room, clutching the book to my beating chest. I died. I definitely died. I performed the final ritual, so why am I still here? Where is here? Locked in my room, I have nowhere to run. So as we can immediately see, so in the first chapter, we didn't have this bust over here. The one with the yellow masquerade mask on it. Clyde is back alive again, which is great. And then the poster has turned from our face and then turned into Cthulhu and is now the king in yellow. Okay? Lynetta. Lynetta! If Lynetta was here, she could explain this. Maybe there's something in this book that can save me. I need to hurry. Come on, Lynetta, where are you?
Lynetta, huh? Who is this Lynetta you're trying to call?
Missy. What are you doing in my room?
I just so happened to overhear you saying, Lynetta, where are you? You sounded like you were in trouble, so I let myself in.
How did you even get in here?
Your window was open.
No, it's not. And, either way, I'm on the top floor, so how did you...
Lynetta sounds like a girl's name, right? This Lynetta is obviously the girl you stood me up for, isn't she?
What's her deal? I knew she'd be pissed that I slammed the door in her face. Chapter 1. She turns up. This is Missy, who frequents the host club that I work at and pays for my rent and pays for all my weird, like, Lovecraftian style merchandise and shit like that. And she turned up at my door, and it was pretty freaky. But we'd already summoned Lynetta by this point, so that's the TLDR of that one, you know? I knew she'd be pissed that I slammed the door in her face, but not so much that she wouldn't notice any of the things obviously wrong here. AKA, she's rich, she certainly is. Why doesn't she care about those freaky things stalking me outside? Or that my room is full of evil idols and ritualistic tokens? I can explain. All this stuff,
Let me guess. Accursed devices used to channel eldritch magics and do the bidding of outer gods.
Pretty accurate. Friends, in about a minute's time, there will be 2 minutes worth of adverts. I will make sure that we stop the gameplay so that you are not missing out on anything. If you could stick it through the ads, I'd really appreciate it. It really helps me out as a streamer. But you won't miss anything. I make sure we go out of our way to make sure that you don't miss nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's not incorrect, exactly, right? Well, yeah, exactly right. Did you just randomly guess that?
No, I've just been playing coy. I know exactly what you've been doing. You know what this is, don't you?
It's another book. It's a golden version of my book, the book that I used to perform the ritual for Lynetta. Hers looks way more ornate than mine. Considering I ended reality with mine, I can't imagine how dangerous hers must be. Wait a minute. The sky. That suspicious man outside. They all match Missy's book. And her? Nobody questions this? Nobody questions this? Well, I can question it in a minute, because the adverts are about to run. The adverts are about to run, you know? She's rich. Yeah, so the story, like, in that regard, the story so far in that regard is she is, like I said, she's just a member of the public, but she has this weird curfew where she can't go out after dark. So she turns up at the host club, like, pays for my attention, pays for my companionship, but can't go out after dark. So, like, in chapter 1, she turned up at my door and was like, hey, how's it going? I've got a gift for you. And I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit, she's here. Fuck, what do I do now? And then slammed the door in her face when we thought that Lynetta was gonna find her. Been playing a bunch of this recently in my downtime, yeah. Have you played it before, Dr. K? Or is it, like, a relatively recent purchase? Are you still playing your way through it? Oh, shit, Sugar Mama's going to catch me with another girl. Well, that was the thing. That was the weird scenario, Hardcore Casual. Because it was like, I was saying before, like, it would have been much easier if they just were honest about it. Do you know what I mean? If, like, literally just being like, hey, yeah, you can't come in at the moment because I've got a friend over. Left it at that. Just got a friend over. Go back into Lynetta and just be like, yeah, it was a patron from my work. Came to give me a gift, but said it was private, so I said I was too busy with you. All of that would have been perfectly fine. But instead, it was like, oh no! Shock, horror! How will we do this? Oh, shocks! Oh no! And it was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? You know? Panic doesn't lead to rational decisions. That is true. That is true. Panic doesn't lead to rational decisions, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too fucking calm and rational a person, you know? Maybe I'm just too calm and rational a person that I was just like, yeah, just be honest. Just be honest, then you don't have to worry about this shit. However, so we've already played through chapter 2 once. And the way when we played through chapter 2, you get like a choice of whether you are going to choose Lynetta, the Cthulhu lady, or choose Missy. And in the first playthrough, we stayed faithful to Lynetta. So this playthrough, we're going to go the opposite way. I think we're going to choose to go with Missy and see how that goes, you know? Recent purchase, still working through it. Are you further ahead than me, or are you behind me, Dr. K? But you need drama for a good story. Oh, heaven forfend. Heaven forfend that you have drama without... Well, have a good story without drama. Good lord. Good lord, Nibirin. Good lord. How's it going, Sarah Jane? How you doing? beating the game, love it. Being very careful how I comment on things. I really appreciate that, hardcore casual. I really, really appreciate that. I've unlocked all the endings of this part that you're on. Okay, that's cool, 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 cool. All right, let's jump back into it then, now that the adverts are over. Now the adverts are over. Okay. Wait a minute. The sky. That suspicious man outside. They all match Missy's book. Is she making all of this happen? Oh God. When I expected her to do something crazy, I thought she was just gonna show up with a hatchet or something. Missy, look, I'm sorry. I just got wrapped up in something. Please don't...
Sorry? You're sorry? Why are you acting so afraid of me?
Well...
Could it be that you know what this book is capable of?
I mean... I know all too well. But I also know that these incantations take at least 5 seconds to pronounce. And if she gets it right on the first try... That's if she gets it right on the first try. So worst case, I have 5 seconds to stop her. If I dash for my ritual knife behind her, I might be able to kill her before she does something terrible to me. If I can distract her, maybe I'll be able to buy myself more time. Missy, look, I'll do whatever you want.
Anything? I can be rather demanding.
Name your price.
So bold. In that case, I have 3 commands.
Okay.
Number 1, you'll address me as Your Highness from now on. So when I come home, it's welcome home, Your Highness.
All right. Okay, yep, that's fine. That's cool. When she comes home, she wants to move in. But that means... Whatever. It's not like I'm going to have to actually follow through on these. At least one of us is about to die. Guy woke up and chose murder today, right? To be fair, I've seen all the endings there are for this game. Obviously not going to say anything, any kind of spoilers. Just found it interesting. Yeah, this is probably about as interesting as I can be in a dating simulator, so I'm pretty impressed so far. So far. As you wish, Your Highness. But what else?
Number 2, you'll quit your job so you can spend every waking moment catering to me, your one and only.
Sure, whatever. Just a little bit more until I'm in sprinting range of that knife.
And number 3, you'll obey every order and whim I have, absolutely, without question. Do you agree to my terms?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What?
Absolutely, Your Highness.
I suppose if you will do whatever I ask, then there's no need to use any of these dreadful spells on you.
I'm glad to hear it.
As a matter of fact, I believe you can help me with them. Here.
She just handed over her book without a second thought. Yellow energy pulses and cracks from my fingertips. Is she not here to hurt me?
Oh, confused. I've liked you for a long time, and you're a capable bookkeeper. Handsome to boot. There's no reason we can't simply work together. After all, a relationship based on threats of violence and fear is no good, right?
That is true. That is true. You can't have a relationship based on threats of violence and fear. Right. We narrowly escaped with our lives just now. But something is bothering me. How does she remember that I stood her up in the reality that ended under Lynetta's awakening? And how did she get in through my window? I doubt she was able to climb several stories dressed like that, and then pass through my locked window without breaking it. There's only one possible answer. All right, Your Highness. I'm ready to enter my lifetime of servitude to you. I just have one small request first.
Being?
Could you tell me what this is?
Huh? Your Worcestershire sauce? What about it?
So, you're an eldritch god disguised as a human.
What? How did you figure that out so suddenly?
Isn't it obvious? No human can pronounce Worcester, Worcester, were.
Worcestershire. Of course not. It's an Eldritch loanword. Why else would it be spelled like that? I was careless. After all this time I wasted trying to seduce you in this slovenly form.
Yeah, you should have just tried using your Eldritch form instead. I would have fallen in love immediately.
What?
What?
You think cosmic entities are attractive? As a human?
Make me airtight tentacle, missy! 3D women are fine, but fourth-dimensional girls with non-Euclidean geometry are smoking. They got curves I can literally get lost in.
If I had known that you're attracted to my cosmic godhood, I would have just led with that. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Esther, King in Yellow, heiress to Carcosa. Charmed, I'm sure.
Very charmed. She's gorgeous. A bona fide Eldritch King in my room. Oh man, all my fantasies of smooching and Eldritch horror coming true. An Eldritch royalty to boot. The King in Yellow. Sounds familiar. I can't remember why. My memory of my other existence is kind of fuzzy. What I do remember is that her followers tend to be incredibly violent towards cultists loyal to other gods. Like Lynetta. Shit, I got kind of swept up. In the moment, I almost forgot I already pledged fealty to a different god, reality or not. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm already involved with another god. I'm following Lynetta.
I know, so loyal, so faithful and devoted. That's why I want you to be my follower instead.
My cosmic godhood, yeah. Different strokes for different folks, exactly. And if they stroke me with the tentacles, we're all good. I'm now saving that pickup line. Make me airtight tentacle, missy. So non-Euclidean actually describes three-dimensional shapes as well. Lovecraft goof. Oh, Lovecraft goofed about a hell of a lot of things. The fact that they use Cyclopean for descriptions of architecture when Cyclopean means one-eyed. It's Cyclopean in nature. You mean it has one eye? All right, okay. That building has one eye. Okay, interesting. It's an interesting word.
In exchange for serving me, I shall grant you anything you desire. Wealth, power, whatever that rotten witch Lynetta offered you, I can double it.
Something penis building. She promised me a smooch.
Then I shall... What? You handed over your reality to her? For a singular smooch? Are you mad?
I am just very aware of what I want. You heard me. So you'll match her offer then?
I suppose. If that's all you're selling the world for, then a smooch can be arranged.
No way. You promised to double it. That's 2 smooches. She said you double it? Exactly.
Now hold on a minute.
2 of them on the lips.
All right. Very well. 2 smooches lip to lip. Satisfied?
Now, those of you who have been around in this community a little bit longer may very well be aware of where my mind goes when she says 2 smooches lips to lip. But we're gonna swiftly move on. All right, Pax, keep switching sides. I know. Bouncing. Everyone pointed out last time it was like bouncing between the eyes, you know. Smooch on each pair of lips. Well, being a cosmic entity, cosmic elder being, God knows how many lips they have, you know. I played a game the other day which really disturbed me in so many of the most questionable ways. It was called sex with the devil. And that's where I'm going to leave that one until future conversations. It was fucked up. Real fucking weird.
I just... Usually, my followers ask for inordinate wealth, unquestionable fame and influence, or some lavish indulgence. Nobody's ever dared to ask to kiss me before, so...
She's blushing for real.
You really want to smooch me? Well, your terms are amenable. Suffice it to say, I'll expect you to perform your scenes flawlessly in exchange.
Would happy to smooch all of them? Oh yeah, 100%. 2 smooches? You'll take 1 from Valen any day? Oh my lordy, Night Dragon. Come here, cheeky devil. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses? Oh my lordy. I am not an eldritch horror. Although, some people might think I am, given the antics I get up to in the bedroom. But I will happily give you a cheeky smooch. Do you know what I mean? Check the history. 2 smooches, 1 on the lips. Oh, it says on the lips. It says on... Scenes?
The prompt book I gave you contains the script for The King in Yellow.
Huh. You mean this spellbook that I was so afraid of is just a damn play? This thing is just a playbook. Where are all the power-invoking rituals?
Rituals? Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand?
Oh, is this some kind of peasant joke? I'm just too rich to understand the meaning of your so feeble. Your what is it? Serfdom. Your serfdom. Oh, you whimsical little thing. You find it so funny, don't you? Yes. Cyclopean bedroom antics. You fucking know it. You fucking know it. Dream Valen. Look, I am not responsible for anything that Dream Valen does. We've talked about this. We've discussed this. I am not responsible for whatever Dream Valen does. They are a cosmic entity unto themselves, and I will not bear any description of responsibility what they get up to in your dreams, okay? King Yellow, that play must not be enacted. Well, don't say anything. Don't say anything, hardcore casual. I definitely know the story. I can't remember. I haven't read the story specifically, but I know a lot of references to it because of other stories. But I do have the... I've literally got the Necronomicon next to me as well, to be fair.
No, we aren't barbaric swamp folk casting hocus pocus in a cave. We have a little class. To invoke my power, my play must be performed perfectly.
Okay. Perfectly? I don't always get these rituals, scenes right the first time. What happens if I botch my lines or set a scene wrong?
Your performance will receive a scathing review in the Carcosan Times publication, and you'll also be killed.
Do you know, when I went into theater, it wasn't that bad. Mm-hmm. I'm getting those smooches, no matter what.
Break a leg, dearest.
Hopefully not literally. Okay. So, if we close this, she disappears. We open it, she reappears. Okay, so this is the one. So we've got the book. First one is definitely the harshest. No pressure, no pressure, no pressure, exactly. So we've got Act 1, the invitation. Click and drag the first words. So we've done all these things. Exterior and a view of the city. Okay, so... Oh, hello. Now, I remember last time we did this. We put on our mask for sheer shits and giggles. Last time we did this, they actually enacted it. I was going to read it all out like I did last time, but we actually, enact it. So... okay, that was... We met Esther. Right, okay, so we've met Esther. Let's go back. Do it again. It's got to be done perfectly, remember, friends. If you don't do it perfectly, You go mad. Once more with feeling. Just had the best nap. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I hope you're making tea. If you're making tea, can I have one? Greetings, strangers, fortuned fellow. 'Tis a party for which I bellow. I invite the king in yellow. So come all ye in Ythil. Wear thine masks upon you to my masquerade until he may come to lost Ythil. Hope for us there may be still.
Shadows lengthen, dim streets darken. To the curfew thou must hearken. Why so loudly dost thou bark in the dim city of Ytil? Only much attention, quite unwholesome, you'll instill from the souls of poor Ytil. Why attract so much ill will?
Fucking heartbeat is going on. Having some sorbet, just accepting my brain cells are having clocked out for the day. That is entirely fair. I can make a cover. I appreciate that. I fucking slipped! I fucking slipped! You bastard! I slipped. I fucking slipped. I want to do the actual thing. I want to get it sorted, you know? She rushes. I was about to say, she goes through her lines really fucking quickly. But I suppose with her being the Elder God, it's not possible for her to get it wrong. Right, we've done these.
Shadows lengthen, dim streets darken. To the curfew thou must hearken. Why so loudly dost thou bark in the dim city of Ytil? Only much attention, quite unwholesome, you'll instill from the souls of poor Ytil. Why attract so much ill will?
That is just what I must seek see, hidden somewhere amongst the meekly. 'Tis one invitee I seek, he shall all my mistakes undo. 'Tis the king in yellow, whose great wealth I shall accrue. When his shadow passes through, wealth will come to I and you.
Lo, your plans shall surely languish, and this whole town will know anguish for the king as whom they say, which shall this city indeed smite. If he comes, Ytil and you and I will know his might. All be lost within a night. What reward is worth that price?
Wearing this expensive clothing, pardon from my family's loathing, last till I am decomposing all my friends whom strife I've caused. Yes, preparing for this night, their forgiveness is the cause. They shall be proud because I brought the king to us. Brava, thank you, thank you.
Bravo! Simply splendid.
You must be impatient with her text. Must be nervous, but a little hot and messy. She's just like, clearly she just has she's bad at acting, but has high standards for those that act alongside us. Said every diva that I've ever seen in the theatrical world. There's so many people like that. So many people. They're just like, no, you've got to be perfect. And you're like, but you're not perfect. It's like, shut up. Do you know who I am? Maybe she subscribes to the old method of acting where two performers stand perfectly still and yell out the lines in turn without much of inflection. I've read somewhere that's how it was somewhere else in Europe before Shakespearean style of acting became fashionable. Ancient Greece was a lot of the theatre was done in that way because it was the art of the word, and the art of the word was about just basically standing still and projecting it at each other. Well, projecting it originally alone in like prose and like a storyteller or a poet, and then they would include new people to play different parts, and then it kind of grew from there. I did theater. She reminds me of an ex of mine? No way, really. Okay there, Bill Shakes. Chill, Jesus, right? You clearly need a jump scare redeem for when you're dragging the mouse across. Oh, Padman, could you imagine? That would be fucking terrifying. Why, thank you. That was actually pretty fun. I haven't gotten to flex my acting chops since high school.
You're no stranger to the stage, I can tell.
I know. Yeah, I was a theater kid. My school did Macbeth.
A virtuoso of the bard, are we? If you've performed Shakespeare, then you must be an actor of sufficient ability to survive my play.
There are a lot of people that have performed Shakespeare that I wouldn't say are actors of sufficient ability, but, you know, we can work with it.
Tell me, what role were you? The leading man, I presume.
I was tree number 4.
I wasn't aware that was a role.
It's, not.
You weren't even the leading tree?
Don't worry. I was actually Macbeth.
I thought you said you were a tree.
Acting.
Oh, you are good.
Thank you. Whoa, hey, what's happening to you?
Don't fret, dearest. Something is simply passing between my planet's light and your bedroom. A cloud, perhaps. You know the proverb, wherever the golden light of Carcosa shines, the shadow of the unspeakable one is cast? It's a literal rule.
Okay. Yep, that's cool.
I
That
can
makes
only
sense.
be wherever the light of my planet star Carcosa shines. In other words, I can't reach you at night when you're not standing in natural light, or if anything obstructs your view of Carcosa.
Okay, that makes sense. This explains why Missy had that weird daytime curfew. She'd literally vanish when the sun sets. What a Cinderella-like curse. That also explains how she got into my room. My window may have been locked, but the curtains were open, allowing the light in. So she can't get into my room if I close my curtains.
Aw, I was quite enjoying my time with you. I wanted to stay a little longer.
That's okay.
Alas, parting is such sweet sorrow. It may be some time until your sky clears. Until then, I bid you adieu.
Adieu. She smooched me forehead! That's not one of the smooches. We specifically, the terms and conditions said both of them were going to be on the lips. All right? One of those plays where roles are added in order to make sure that everyone has a role. I fucking hate those. Hate them so much. Lighting is, in fact, very important in stage production. It fucking is. I did, in fact, my entire dissertation when I was in university was on stage lighting. The title of my dissertation was How Lighting Affects Emotion Within Theatre of the Absurd. And the conclusion of the entire thing was as soon as you make a decision on something like lighting, it's the moment that you give the piece meaning, and therefore you are no longer a theatre of the absurd. Because theatre of the absurd is theatre without meaning. And if you, as soon as you choose something like lighting, you are making a conscious decision to affect somebody's emotion based on the light that you are producing, and therefore you can't, you are giving it meaning, so it can no longer be theatre of the absurd, which was fucking hilarious. I got marked down severely for it because my lecturer was a massive fan of theatre of the absurd. Theatre of the absurd. Imagine simply switch off the actors. I mean, I don't have to imagine. I did that once. Anyway, looks like I have one hell of a choice to make. Lynetta hasn't been summoned yet, and Estia is stuck outside for the moment, so I have a moment to collect my thoughts. Between Lynetta and Estia, who do I want to smooch? Or maybe more accurately, who am I more afraid of? Do I stay with Lynetta? Or do I follow Estia this time around? She is offering twice as many smooches after all. I need to make a choice. If I want to stay with Lynetta, then I should focus on casting the spells from her book. If I want to smooch Estia, then I should open my window again when the clouds clear and use Estia's book. And if I try going for both, well, walking down the middle of the road is bound to get me run over. As long as they aren't both in the room at the same time, I should be safe. Right? Oh man, what am I going to do? Either way, I need to talk to Lynetta. She might be an avatar of world-ending calamity, but she might be able to help me get my head straight. Speaking of my head, why does my forehead feel kind of sticky? Let's go find out what we look like in the mirror. Okay, so I know that when we look ourselves in the mirror, this is what we look like. Oh, look at us, all in yellow, blonde hair, big smooch on the forehead. However, I know that when we wash our face in a second, it shows us the actual truth, what we actually look like. This is our delusion of reality. And please be a heads up that this is usually grotesque for those people who might want to step away for a couple of seconds. When we wash our face, we have injured ourselves somehow. Not entirely sure what we've done, but the process of that has injured us. Don't mean the light on them, but actually the actors. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. So, I can't change the ritual yet. I can't change the book yet, but so I have to summon Lynetta. Draw your curtains, turn off the bedside lamp, turn off the overhead lamp. Ritual necklace, lights, off. Boop. Mortal, for what purpose have you...
Darling, it's you!
Hey, Lynetta. It's nice to see her, despite everything I've been through so far. Sure, she may have ended the reality I was from, but she never lied or deceived me in any way. She told me up front what would happen, and I did it willingly. That said, I'm really glad you're here, but can you tell me what happened? To me, to the world that we dated in.
That reality fell to me. Nothing there exists anymore.
Oh.
Like a dream that ends.
Of course. Just as I thought, only... Then, why am I still here? Why did I survive when the rest of that reality didn't?
Oh, darling, don't make me say it. It's embarrassing. You're still here because I'm still dreaming about you.
Oh, Lynetta!
Everything in existence is being dreamed about by at least one eldritch god. So as long as you're on my mind, you'll exist somewhere.
Oh, that's actually kind of sweet in a terrifying cosmic way. What would happen if every god stopped dreaming at the same time? What if you woke up all at once?
Everything, including all of the gods, would cease to be.
And that can just happen at any time?
Nah, don't worry. There's about 50 of us total, so the chances of all of us being awake at the same time are low.
We're immortal! So cute, it's sick, right? There's only like 50 of you in all? She probably knows Estia very closely.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a big family, huh?
Family? Do you know Estia? Esther?
Darling, I thought I told you not to mention other women while we're together. Especially not my sister.
Fun, fun, fun! Sister!
Ugh, I can't stand that prissy little boyfriend stealing.
Don't have a great relationship with her then.
Absolutely not. We've been fighting over planets and followers for eons. It wouldn't be a stretch to call us nemesis.
Ooh, Thanksgiving dinner must be awkward. Phew, good thing I washed my face. Playboy instincts jumping out there. Oh shit. I never even... Do you know what? We did this last time, and I completely forgot about washing my... I wonder what would happen if we didn't wash our face at that point. If Lynetta saw that lipstick smear on my forehead, I'd be in hot water right about now. Well, I'm still in hot water now. Actually, I've gotten involved with a sister. A messy affair is bad enough, but with a family member, I'm toast if she finds out. Esther. Looks like the clouds haven't cleared yet. Won't be able to see her right now if I wanted to. For now, I should work through Lynetta's spells again. Eldritch Hand saved my ass last time. I better cast that one in case I'm unable to talk again. Sheesh, listen to myself. What the hell is wrong with me, man? She has a history of stealing boyfriends. Worst sister ever. The clouds are still going. Alright, okay. So we need the Eldritch Hand. Where no robes or amulets, have the ritual knife on your person. Ritual knife. Put the amulet back. Is this one I need to be... Yeah, in the bathroom. Okay, so we get the Eldritch Hand. Shit, still as unnerving as I remember. In this reality, this is just my hand now forever.
It's such a nice day outside. It's a little dry for my liking, but we could totally have a date.
If the Eldritch Hand were to get a job, what would the Eldritch Hand's job be? God damn it, Overstart. God damn it!
Why don't you open your window? Let a little light in here?
Oh no. No, wait!
What? What is it?
You sure you want to do that?
What do you mean?
I mean, don't you want to shower first before you go out like last time?
Huh? Why would you suggest that? Oh no. Don't tell me. Do I still smell like the ocean?
Just a tad salty.
Heavens below. I'm so sorry, darling. I'll be right back.
How's it going, Overstart? How you doing, you beautiful being? A date as opposed to a casual date? You can have like a date. Like a date to me is like going out for a meal, a romantic meal somewhere. Whereas a casual date is like a, I don't know, a movie trip or something, you know?
No peeking by, I love you.
No peeking by, I love you. That's interesting. That was different. That was different. Last time we did that, she was like, definitely don't peek, you know? What in the blue fuck are we playing here? This is Sucker for Love, classic chunk. Sucker for Love, which is the Lovecraftian Cthulhu dating simulator. Yes, it's as fucking weird as you can imagine. You know? Doing great, buddy. Little overworked, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm really glad to hear that. Really, really glad to hear that. I'm very good today. Thank you very much, Overstart. I'm a happy-go-lucky scamp today. I've got a bit of a headache still, but overall, I'm doing well, thank you. Of course it is. Of course it is. This is what they voted for, Chunk. You know the way this works. That was a close one. If she opened that window, Esther would have come back. I would have been a goner. Looks like the clouds have cleared, and Lynetta's out of the room. If I wanted to date Esther, it's go time. Otherwise, if I wanted to stay with Lynetta, I need to make sure that that window never opens, ever. It's time to choose. From this point on, my actions will have consequences. Okay, friends. You know what time it is. Now, we have previously, the last time we played Chapter 2, we played it with, where we were faithful to Lynetta. We were faithful to Lynetta. Okay. So this playthrough, and the way that played out as a bit of a TLDR, the way that played out, we were faithful to Lynetta. We went through all of the rituals again, and then Lynetta was telling us not to do the final ritual because she wanted to dream of us longer and spend a little bit more of eternity in our arms and us in her tentacles. However, we've done that one. So now we are going to, we'll throw it out for whether we choose Love crafting. Question mark. Do we go for pure Missy or do we go mix and match? 1 minute duration. The poll is up, friends. 1 minute. Do we decide to go purely for Missy when we follow the king in yellow to our end degree, or do we decide to mix between them two, be a bit of a playboy and a dickhead? But, you know, all in the name of this weird, peculiar, fucking strange dating game, you know? The choice is yours. You have a minute to decide. The minute to decide, you beautiful individuals, you know? How's it going, Classic Chunk? How you doing? Is it adventure time? It might well be adventure time. Do you know what I mean? Choice 3, get all endings. I mean, we are looking at getting most of the endings. We've got quite a few so far. But, yeah, we want to find out where we go. And apparently there's a 3rd chapter, but I don't know how to get to the 3rd chapter because it hasn't made itself available yet. You know? Every day we stray further from God's light. You fucking know it. Can't fucking wait. Love it. Especially when it involves some description of tentacled entity, you know? Born with 2 hands for a reason. Sharing is caring. Okay, 53% of you. Fucking hell, it was a narrow one, that one. That was a narrow win. 53% of you said go for Missy, which means that 47% of you wanted us to be dirty, dirty players. You cheeky devils. You cheeky devils. All right, we are going to go for Missy. Let's open the curtains and let her in. Why this? Can I have a go on Jesus? Definitely. What the thing that I don't get about this is why we summoned, because we can switch the books between Lynetta and Missy. Why we chose to summon Lynetta in the first place if we were going to date Missy, no fucking idea. But we'll work with it. Do you know what I mean? Can I semi-setting spoil chapter 3? No, you definitely can't. But thank you very much for asking. I want to bumble. You know me, Night Dragon. The more bumblefucky things are, the happier I am as a human being, you know? Especially on the 1.1k channel points. I'm okay with this. People want to spend their channel points on rigging it. That's fine with me. For something like this, I must be said, when it comes to something that I genuinely, like, I'm concerned about and want to know and stuff like that, like, I will take the channel point option off. But if it's something like this, it's a happy-go-lucky situation. Do you know what I mean? Dang it! You know what I mean? As long as, oh yeah, Jesus very much consented to the vast majority of things. Look at him. He was a glorious individual. Okay, here she is with her cheeky little tentacles. Under the dress tentacles. This is what she actually looks like, by the way. But this is the way that she decided to present herself to us. Oh, isn't that nice? Hey, Esther. Just random explosions.
Don't do that!
What? All I did was say hello.
Don't speak my name, dearest. There's a reason I am she who is not to be named. A mortal saying Esther summons me to them.
Ooh. Tidbit of lore. If I can't say your name, what am I supposed to call you?
You have many options. You may call me your majesty, your grace, my king.
Okay. Okay. Chunky tentacles, look, I am an accommodating individual, Nibirin, okay? Likes the net more, devoted to the first Cthulhu lover, and we did. We were devoted to the first Cthulhu lover. However, we've done that, and this is a different reality. So fuck it, let's go wild, you know what I mean? She poofed! She did. She poofed all over us. All over us. It was outrageous. Do you know what I mean? Oh no. She went from 0 to 200 very quick. Yeah, she's definitely very demanding.
You could even call me your Royal Highness if you're feeling particularly subservient.
Oh, all right. Okay, okay, all right. See how it is. Esther, Esther, Esther. Such a brat.
Stop that!
I mean, I love it. I love it. Okay. So we've done the first act. The second act. The masquerade. Makeup guide. Backstage In an enclosed room with a mirror, prepare the host for scene 2 by doing the following. Prepare a masquerade mask to the host's face. Adorn the host in elegant robes. Affix the ritual knives to the host person. When all is complete, look in a mirror and assure... Okay, so mask, robe, and we've got the ritual knife, right? Ritual knife. Where's Clyde? Clyde! Take our Clyde. Clyde is going to stay on us from now on. Dearest is brat confirmed, 100%. Bully the eldritch being. We're just being a little sassy. Cheeky little bit of sass going on there, you know. How's it going, Creve? How you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, you glorious bean. Okay, let's do it. So, elegant robes, ritual knife. So we need to look in the mirror. Okay. Shit, but that means we're going to go into the room with Lynetta. Oh, sexy. And then it says check the mirror. All right, looks like everything's in place. We checked the mirror and our eyes started bleeding. Our eyes started bleeding. Yogurt for a face mask? You know it. I like it when it sprays on. Anyway. Feel all gussied up? Even for me, this outfit is pretty loud. But even so, the beauty of this whole ensemble is out of this world. Lynetta is showering in here. I'd better meet with Esther in the other room. All I have to do is stand where the planet's light can reach me and... I already know what you're going to say, Your Highness. Yellow is more your color than mine. But I still look pretty good, right?
You clean up well. I'm impressed. You'd be presentable before my royal court in that.
Well, what can I say? When my eyes bleed, it's one of my absolute affections, you know? So what we're seeing here is Valen is Esther, and we are all... darling? What I'm seeing here... Oh, yeah. Valen is Esther, and you're all darling? Yeah, definitely. Dearest? Yeah. You want that mask? Yeah. I've got a couple of masquerade masks upstairs. But not the big hooked nose ones, you know? It's a pretty snug fit. The mask almost feels alive. Like it's molding to fit my face perfectly. Or into my face perfectly.
Quite the opposite, dearest. Your face is molding to fit the mask.
I feel a twist of metal dig into my temples. It's stuck to my face somehow. Ow! It really won't come off.
I may have failed to mention that we reenact the play with deadly accuracy. From this point on in the play, your character never removes his mask. So neither shall you.
Yay!
This surely shouldn't be a problem for someone who is planning to be my eternal servant. Correct?
But my pretty face. Nope. She did mention it. I mean, she did. Did she? She's very good at gaslighting the fuck out of us, is what she's very good at. Can't even blink anymore. My eyelids are stretched to meet the indifferent metal of the eye holes.
The mask and your face have become one. Your every pore is now gilt in gold.
This is... What, do I have to wear this to work? When I see family? When I see Lynetta? This is the thing that I find very baffling about our character, is the fact that we are literally aware that eldritch beings are destroying our entire reality, and we're worried about what work is going to think of our appearance. If you mean by deadly accuracy, you mean you screwed up your dead. I mean, death is definitely the end of each one of these, for sure. Wait a minute. There's strange people outside. They all had masks sucked. They all had masks stuck to them, too. Are they past followers who became Esther's servants? Is that going to be my fate? There's only one way to find out. And that is by performing Act 2. So we've prepared ourselves for the masquerade. The King in Yellow, Act 2. Suck to them. Choking on my own saliva. Okay, setting interior, well lit. Wearing the robes and the mask. Okay, so the robes... On. On. She's still getting washed. Which is fine. It's alright. She's a creature. Right, so what happens if we wash our face here? Please be aware, once again, cheeky little trigger warning, friends. When we wash our face, we tend to... So this is a reality, but when we wash our face, we tend to see our own reality. So let's just remember that this can get quite graphic. If you want to step away, please do so. We wash our face, and we're wearing this weird little golden mask in a robe with blood everywhere. Great. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so let's do Act 2 in this well-lit room. Wearing robes and mask. Oh. This is an alternate room. Welcome, company much cherished. May my loneliness thus perish. To this evening we shall share, which would be wasted by myself. No attendants have arrived tonight, alas, besides thyself. But I'll be beside myself when the king reveals himself.
Lay thine hands upon my bodice, for before you stands a goddess. Know this guest of goldenrod is merely the first of the night. Let us drink to your great wealth and family and life, lasting till your afterlife. All be yours once he arrives.
Is this TOS safe? Is this TOS safe? What am I doing with her bodice? Yes, until my schemes may flourish, we shall haunt my empty fortress. Let us dance a whirling dervish while we feed our appetites. By the morrow we shall know if the king came tonight. Midnight marks the final chime. Until that comes, there is still time.
Be thee graciously obeisant, demonstrate a courtly patience. He declines no invitation he receives upon his court. All who live in doomed Yatil will know without report the king arrived by your escort, a prophecy of grim import.
Why are they all there? Why are they all lurking in the background?
An immaculate performance, dearest. Bravissimo.
Brava! Brava!
There's only one more scene to reenact, and then this world will be mine.
Ooh, how exciting. I probably should have asked before we got to the final act, but this play isn't a tragedy, right?
No, it's not. The ending is actually quite hilarious.
Hilarious for you. Never neglect the balls. Exactly. Very much so. Don't king shame them. They just like to watch. That's fair. That's all right. As long as but I haven't been asked consent if they're allowed to watch yet. You know, just saying. Yeah, especially if I'm fumbling with bodices here. All right. Oh, that's actually a huge relief. What happens?
Your character is slain, and all of his wishes come true in an unexpected way.
You mean my two smooches?
In his ambitions of greed, influence, and fame, he dies penniless, alone, and infamous.
They're the audience. Oh, of course. Of course. The difference between tragedy and a comedy is distance. I mean, that is true. That is very, very true. Just the audience. So if the ambitions of greed influence and fame, die penniless, alone, and infamous. How do my ambitions of 2 smooches go? We'll find out! Wait, my character dies? I'm going to die? I thought you said it was a comedy.
Comedy is merely tragedy from far enough away, dearest.
There we are. Is she implying that she thinks my death would be funny? I get that she's an outer god, so human morals don't really apply to her, but that's gotta be cruel even for her. No way I can go through with that. Sorry, I don't want to die again.
I anticipated that you might get cold feet after learning of your character's fate. However, my wrath is terror far beyond a touch of stage fright. So, for your sake, dearest, do the fucking scene.
Oh, it upsets me they bleeped that out. Perform the banquet. However, how do we look? Give me a heads up again, friends. We're gonna go into reality, see what we actually look like. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, just the scary eyes. Scary, bleary eyes. All right, okay. So we've got to perform the banquet. Right, which the ingredients, red fire candles, ingredients. Okay, cool. Just a bit of a heads up for everybody in chat. First of all, the adverts will be there in 5 minutes. Also, second of all, I don't want anything to do with the entire world of Harry Potter, just frequently. So if we can avoid calling her Voldemorta, I understand the reference. I get it. The whole she shall not be named and stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to distance myself from that entire existence, to be fair. So just a heads up, you know. Still makes me laugh. Is it wrong that I want to make her angry just to see her cute face? It is not wrong at all, and you'll fit very well in here, hardcore casual. This community are all about that. Okay, so we've got the ingredients from the cold storage. Got the red fire candles. Allow the king into the room. Do not make a mistake, or a hungry, uninvited guest may arrive. Now I want to know what that is. Friends, just so you're all aware, I'm definitely going to make a mistake. I want to know what the hungry, uninvited guest is. So we've got the red fire candles. Is that it? Yeah, okay. It upsets me that it beeps the creative lingo. Exactly, right? It's all right, Eris told me. I just tried to keep the fuck away from the works of living bigots, you know? Okay, so I want to know what's going on, so we're just going to whip through that. Ooh. Okay, genuine question, friends. Genuine question. I have already got one of those. In fact, I've already got 2 of those. That should be number 3. Because I got 1 in the first chapter. I got 1 in my first playthrough of the second chapter. And then I got 1 just now. So why has it just been... I can't do it... It's weird like that. Do you have to do them all in one sitting? Is that what it is? Because that is definitely the 3rd time that I've received that. Do you have to do them all in one sitting? Because the first time you get that is in chapter 1. And there's only one in chapter 1. And it's when you first get the Eldritch Mouth, because you can't repeat the thing. Had to do it on a separate playthrough, unless it does not count if it is all in the same chapter. I was about to say, because like I said, I got the one from the first chapter. If you got 1 if you haven't done the unspeakable thing in the last playthrough of the chapter 1, maybe. I thought I did. All 3 in the same sitting, but you can skip to those points. Okay, I'm assuming that that is how you open up chapter 3, is by doing. And you don't have to tell me. We can find out. I'll take the thingy off. Like, yeah. Okay. All right. No worries. Well, we're dating Missy now anyway. Oh shit. What have I done? Okay. Simply exquisite. Yes, I believe this banquet will do nicely. The room is filled with the mouth-watering aroma of perfectly seasoned meat and fresh fruit. There must be a magical component involved here, because I see no less than 3 of my favorite dishes. Esther is strutting towards my bed.
Surely you don't intend to merely watch me eat, dearest.
Depends what you're eating, darling. Depends what you're eating. Friends, before we go any further into the joys of this.
It's a raid. Flee.
Fucking hell, just right at that moment. Right at the moment where I changed everything over, I get a raid in here. Ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who do they think they are? The absolute audacity. It's Abby Stabby, Mistress Abby Stabby, you cheeky devil. How are you doing, Abby Stabby, you beautiful individual? How are you doing? Welcome on in, you glorious beings. Friends, for those people that have just joined us, chances are there'll be an advert running right at this second in time. I will take this moment to just hop over and do something. How was your stream, Abby? How are you doing? How's it going? What did you get up to? Tell me all about it. Tell me all the bits and pieces, you glorious bean. Tell me all the bits and pieces. People, go and check out the glorious Abby Stabby Art. Abby Stabby Art is a phenomenal human being who does all kinds of arty bits and stuff. She does all of our emotes. She does a load of our merchandise. People, please be aware that there will be an advert running momentarily for those people that have been watching the stream. Please stick around for the advert. I will not continue with the story until you all get back. I'll just welcome in all these beautiful new people. And Abby Stabby, how you doing? Today on stream, we drew more Disney Normans. They're landing in your inbox right now. Thank you very much. Also, my gentleman friend drew me, and it's fucking magnificent. Also in your inbox. Okay, all right, okay. So Norman, for those people that don't know, Norman is Abby Stabby's cat. The management. Let's pop over and have a look at those. So here we have Disney's Norman with or the Norman patterning in various different Disney-style cats. I love this. I love this very much. This is very, very cool. Did you all draw these? Like, you didn't like take a template and just put the things on there. You actually draw them straight up. That's so fucking cool. That's so fucking cool. I'm very much enjoying Scar. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. This is very, very cool. As for you sketch them out straight up, I appreciate that, Abby Stabby. That is fucking awesome. Scar Norman definitely vibes, but Yzma is a close second. Yeah, no, I'm all about that Scar. However, the one that is terrifying is definitely the Tigger. Tigger is definitely terrifying. However, darling, Abby, I have questions. You say that your darling man friend drew you, sketched you, and you have sent that over to me in my inbox, and I've got it here. I appreciate the sketch of Abby Stabby in the glorious outfit. We come from Mistress Stabby. It makes complete sense why this would be a scenario. 110%. The question is, why are you stepping on my staff? Why are you stepping on my staff? Why are you walking all over my employees? And by employees, I mean troll-based servants, all right? He asked me nicely. Yes, Mr. Stabby, whatever you wish. Stop walking on my employees. Cheeky devil. Confound thee! Bloody Monty. I don't know whether this might be Monty, might be Trollop, might be one of the other staff. Good lord, Abby Stabby. Good lord. Cheeky devil. How was your stream, though? Was it good? Was it great? Was it wonderful? Thanks so much for bringing your people over here. People, if you are new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals. Faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard, and I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. It's not what I'm about. No, 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 you cheeky devils. You cheeky devils. That's super cool. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. It was wholesome and chill all around. Definitely feeling the benefit of reducing the streams down a little bit. Rest my rotten claw. I'm glad. I'm glad that you are doing that and helping yourself to do the prolonged aspects. How's your day going? Day's going all right. Day's going okay. It was fucking freezing this morning, so I dawdled in bed. But I was meant to be doing some board games with Chunk and some friends tonight, and we're not doing that anymore because the weather's been shit, so we don't want people making a long trek in to come play board games with us, only to have a long trek out again.
You followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I don't like to call people out just in case they're lurking, but I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Your mobile battery went and died, but I did see there's a game vote today. Or is that next week? That's next week, Tunackers. That's next week. So we played Spiritfarer on Tuesdays and Sucker for Love on Wednesdays, and we've completed Spiritfarer. So we, on next Tuesday, we'll be doing a game vote for what the next game is. I haven't decided what the 5 games in the vote are yet. I'll decide that later. But yeah, next Tuesday we'll do the game vote. And the way that we'll do it is, as always, we will go through and we will... words. I can do words. We'll go through and we will select... I'll select 5 from the list, put them into the vote, and then we'll go through and watch all of the trailers so that you get a view of what's actually going on in those, you know? Kind of low sodium vegetable juice. Aww. Not a fan of eating vegetables, but I have no problem drinking. That's entirely fair. Entirely fair. Erish will go into Lucky Luck, because not to upset anyone. Was got an essay to write. Oh, that's right. You're not upsetting anyone, but any stretch of the imagination, Erish told me. There's no upset here. But if you got an essay to write, you go write that essay. How's it going, Valkyrie? How you doing? I hope I made a strong case for my suggestion. I've been itching to see someone play it for ages. Tunackers, I will not. I'm not going to say whether it's going to work or not. I will have a look and see. Like, what I normally do is I go through the list, and if something catches my eye based on their description and stuff like that, then I will stick it in the vote. I'm feeling like I need something that's going to get my heart pumping a little bit, because so far we've been playing all very chill, relaxed games. So I want something that's going to give me a bit more thingy. So it might not be in this one, but if it's not, then it'll be in one of the future ones. Don't worry about that. It'll definitely happen, you know, because all of them go in there eventually, you know. Snowed for all of 2 seconds here. Still the joy of Mama Cat's face was wonderful. Oh, bless. Bless. Yeah, it snowed. It was white when I woke up. I opened the curtains to a blanket of snow, and then it's been steadily sort of just drifting down throughout the course of the day, which is fine, which is grand, you know. However, friends, I realize that we've just had raiders come in here, and I very, very much appreciate you all, you beautiful individuals. But before we go any further with the storyline of the game that we've been playing, Sucker for Love, which is the Lovecraftian thing, I really need to get up. In fact, to be fair, I was literally just about to do it when you raided in. At the moment that you raided in was the moment I was like, I need to get up and go visit the urination station, all right? So I'll be back in like 2 minutes, you beautiful beings. Not even that, like 30 seconds, all right? Get up, have a stretch your eyes, look at something in the distance, then look back again. Grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold, or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. And don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily. Don't forget to take your meds. Don't forget to take your meds, all right? I'm back momentarily with more joyous, exquisite... Oh, hello. I'll leave you with this glorious music. Okay. Okay. Thanks, friends. I appreciate you waiting. Thank you so much. I just needed to run up and do the whole urination station, wash me piss mittens, all that jazz, you know. Excuse me. Okay. But we are back, friends. We are back within the realms of Cthulhu joy and mythos and gloriousness. We are back dating Estia, or Esther, so that we can basically we've done the first 2 acts of this woman's mystical play, and we know full well that the play ends with us dying horrifically, destitutely. However, she has promised us 2 smooches, and we intend to claim those smooches consensually. Obviously, she can change her mind at any time, but I don't think she will. You know. Wash your hands, you filthy creature. Exactly. 30 seconds. Doesn't take me 30 seconds to run up, quickly urinate, wash my piss mittens, fucking crack on. Do you know what I mean? Got to mention that I am playing the House of Da Vinci. Solid call. Great game. Really, really good. Really, really good. Love that game. Wash your hands like you just finished cutting up a bunch of spicy peppers and need to adjust your contact lens. Yeah. Or, you know, you've just cut up a bunch of spicy peppers and you're about to go and inappropriately touch someone of your predilection. Wash your hands. You know what I mean? Wash your hands. Wash your hands. You know? As dear, surely you don't intend to merely watch me eat, dearest. I didn't think she was going to let me have any. I don't know what I cooked her, but with my yogurt and milk, I can't imagine it was something particularly nice. Don't mind if I do.
That's not what I meant. Instead of watching me eat this feast, you'll feed it to me.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to eat any? I've just got to hand feed you it. Okay, see how it is. Made the mistake of chopping spicy peppers and then touching my eyes. I have also made this mistake in the past. The reason why pepper spray exists. What was that? It sounded like groans of murderous anger from outside the door. Was that from the masked stalkers outside? If they've all got masks on their faces, they must be Estia's followers. Or even ex-partners. Then their groans were of jealousy? Makes sense that they've been locked outside all this time. I bet they'd kill for the chance to spend any time with Esther.
Just a moment, dearest. What is the thread count of your silken sheets? At least 1,000, I presume.
The thread count of my silken sheets. Look at the fucking... I do not spend money on silken sheets. I should, because it's very comfortable, but you know. I too have done such a silly... I got once, I had someone go into the restroom of the establishment I worked at and then spray the entire place with pepper spray. I definitely know of an establishment in my hometown. An establishment in my hometown that was so sick of people snorting cocaine in their toilets, because it was a relatively like trendy area, and the drug problems in the area were quite bad. But they were so sick of people snorting cocaine in the establishment that it wasn't even a pub either. That the manager, the person who owned the building, covered all flat surfaces in the toilets with a very, very fine layer of bleach powder to dissuade people from snorting in. You would know who had been snorting because they would literally come out with their reddened nose, eyes streaming, thingy. Is it legal? I mean, it's legal to cover your, it's legal to cover your toilets in bleach powder. Yeah, of course it is. You are making sure that you are keeping the toilet clean. From a legal standpoint, you are making sure that you're keeping the toilet area clean. If somebody decides to snort an illegal substance off that toilet, off that surface, that's on them. Good idea, but I would have certain Geneva Convention have anything to say about that? I don't know. I don't know. It's a conundrum, but I know that they didn't get any legal trouble for it, because legally all that they're doing is keeping their toilet clean. From a legal standpoint, I am making sure that all of my surfaces are clean. If they happen to snort illegal substances off this flat surface that I have made sure that is not designed to be had any kind of products on it or anything that would be ingested. It's not designed. It's a toilet sink or a toilet cubicle. It is not designed to be eaten off. Do you know what I mean? It's designed to be cleaned and kept in sanitary conditions. And it's just like, well, shit. You know what I mean? Considering anyone who would file charges would have to explain why they inhale such compounds. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. To be fair, it was like literally like one weekend they did that, and since that point, from that point onwards, everyone knew not to do anything in there, because or do it in more direct means, to say the least. You know? Just one of them things, you know? So yeah, so be careful if you are a person that does partake in drugs, which I'm not personally, but I'm not going to judge anybody that does. Just be careful where you go, you know. Silken sheets of 1,000 thread count, definitely look at them. They look like silken sheets of 1,000 thread count. Of course they do. Yeah, right, yeah. Silk. My blankets are cotton.
Perhaps I'll just stand while you feed me instead.
Oh, thanks. So picky. If she's that uppity, maybe I'll start with the grapes? Something that'll feed her princess complex.
Delightful.
I didn't have grapes in my fridge, so God knows where I've got these grapes from. I'm glad.
Another.
Hey, think I could have one of these?
Dream on. My lips have already touched it. If you want an indirect kiss, you'll have to be more clever than that.
Oh yeah. So you won't eat anything my lips have touched either?
Of course not.
You were eyeing that cream puff, right? Would you like me to feed you a bite? That good old cream puff.
Oh, heavens below, yes! I am pleased by this new attitude of yours, dearest.
Could you give her one of your mirrors? I lick it, it's mine. I lick it, it's mine. I casually take a bite out of the cream puff.
What do you think you're doing?
Delicious. That's so good. I've never had anything like it. Oh.
Let me try.
Oh. You want a bite? Even though my lips have touched it?
I don't want it after all.
Well, if you don't want it, then I guess I can have some now, right?
Hey, hold on.
Oh. It's really delicious. Like nothing tastes better than food. With a twist of eldritch magic. It's a shame you don't want any of it.
What's it gonna be? Watch me eat your favorite dessert? Or suffer an indirect kiss? Although you're playing mind games with a cosmic entity, you know it.
Give me the cream puff.
You will take this cream puff, darling. What was that? What was that?
I order you to hand over the cream puff.
Very well, my king. I offer over the other half of the cream puff to her eager hands, but instead... I forgot I was hand-feeding her. Her lips are insanely soft against my fingers.
It really
her lips were insanely soft against my fingers. Yeah, it's delightful, isn't it? She's damn cute when she drops her sadistic front. Sounds like something my partner would do to me. Yeah. Awkward. I'd do more, but I feel those husks staring jealous daggers into my back. They'll tear my head off if I let this go on. I don't think the groans are the followers. I think the groans are her stomach. Her cosmic, eldritch horror stomach. Desperately wanting more cream puffs. Shouldn't we save some of this for the play? It'll hurt the performance if we eat the entire set, won't it?
I suppose. Very well. Let us resume the play.
Okay, so there's no one hanging around out there. No one hanging around out here. Is she still in the shower? Is she still in the shower? Okay, we're gonna wash our face again, friends. Big heads up that this gets pretty grim sometimes. Okay? Wash our face. Okay, so again, just the wild-eyed stare. We can't actually take the mask off, can we? No. Can we wear both masks? No. Our water bill? That's all right. It's the end of Cosmic Universe, so to be fair. Don't have to worry too much about that, you know? Don't have to worry too much about it. It's fine. No one's when all of reality ends, we don't really have to worry about that shit, you know? Okay, The King in Yellow, Act 3. Setting interior, no lights besides the open window. Wearing robes and a mask. We're already wearing the robes and mask. Cool. So we go off, 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 and then turn off the main light. Okay. Fuck's sake! I slip a little bit too fast with my fucking mouse, and boom. Game over. Okay. Yeah? Okay, so the banquet. Let's go that way.
Exquisite.
We'll whip through this bit. Okay. Boom. Okay. Come on. There we go. Cream puffs. Nom 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 nom. Snaffly treats. Preparing for the... Okay, alright, cool. We have prepared. For the end of Taze. Okay, cool. Don't know, Southern Water can be pretty stubborn. I think it would still come after you, to be fair. Yeah. Yorkshire Water's not that bad, actually. Yorkshire Water are pretty good with us, you know. Hate to do this on a laptop trackpad. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Lewd sounds. You know it. Okay. The banquet. Setting interior, no lights, wedding, mask and robe. Cool, let's do this. Slowly, 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 slowly. The apprehension I have in my hand right now. That's what I call it, apprehension. Damn the night and the morrow scornful, wicked morning unremorseful. Why tonight must I be mournful for ambitions unfulfilled? After all my preparations, all the daylights I have killed. Why is it us only still? Oh, why are my wishes unfulfilled? Got there eventually. Perfect.
So livid, it's your actions that permitted this result, truly befitted to a hunger such as thine. Though your greed is grave and tomb and crypt in which you die, it's within your grease you fry. Dearest host, the end is nigh.
Not the end. Wretched guest, you've come to mock me. For bemusement thou wast hawking. And so in the town you stalked me, to watch my schemes fall apart. Strip thy mask, apologize, then hastily depart. Leave thee just my broken heart. Leave naught else in whole or part.
I wear no mask, no witness, for it was thee who hast permit this golden guest to own the dimness of the city of Yatil. Lo, for I'm the king in yellow, whose long shadow's on Yatil, and whose shadow you're in still. Dark as death is now Yatil.
That's quite the gusset you've got there, darling. That is quite the gusset. Now we can see what's beneath her skirt. I mean, right? Okay. Yeah, that is, okay. That is that. She's showing her true colors, bless her. There's a human skull there. Oh yeah, I saw the human skull, the big blades. I was wondering whether the tentacles were actually her, or whether that's actually her, or... who knows? Ugh, I draw thy blade from mine contusion. My life reaches its conclusion, cruelty matched by your delusion, that you truly are the king. Yes, you would have granted all my wishes, not forsaken me. If indeed you were the king, why would you have murdered me?
But I've granted all your wishes. I'm afraid I disagree. All alone you are with all of your remaining family. And as vision turns to darkness, you have claim to all you see. And you'll wear that mask and robe for the rest of all your life indeed. And the strong will fall to illness, haunt you till with crypt-like stillness, and none left alive to witness my ascension to Yatil. And from the catacombs shall spill the cries of innocence laid still, heard from lady and from smithy and from throne to peasant mill.
Ooh.
Cries unprecedented in the history of Yatil. Wails unlike they'll ever be again in dark Yatil.
Ooh.
That your invitations quill brought the king to Black Yatil.
Okay.
Thank you! Oh, thank you! You're all too kind.
Brava!
Listen to that applause, dearest. The euphoria of a flawless recitation.
Yes, flawless. Definitely didn't fuck up once. Definitely didn't. Nope, not once. Not a single once. Thank you very much, Kale. Not a single once. Innumerable voices make up the cacophony of cheering outside my door. Fanatical revelry, screams of terror and sadistic amusement, all amidst thunderous applause. The king has come.
Smiles, dearest, smiles. Aren't you proud of yourself?
Why didn't you use a stage knife? I'm really bleeding out here. My blood streams from a gaping wound in my chest. My abdomen is unseamed.
To ensure you stay in character, call it method acting, if you will. Oh, with sweet sorrow the curtain falls, and the show begins. The stage is now set for you to inscribe the yellow sign. Do this, and I will bestow upon you the smooch I promised.
You mean the smooch is you promised? Plural. You said you'd give me 2.
Even now, that's really all you can think about?
I'm bleeding out, so yes. Essentially, the play is about a king who sacrifices to summon eldritch deity in order to gain all his desires, only to see everything turn to ash. Yeah, basically. But that's what this entire game's about, to be fair. Realistically speaking. There's madness in the method. There is always madness in the method.
Your world is about to be enslaved by a horror from beyond the stars. You're dying from a stab wound. And you're worried about smooches?
Definitely.
You are an interesting human. It is a pity that you'll soon cast away your individuality for me.
Well, you say that. But I'm real good. Let's wash our face. Once again, friends, big heads up. Gets real grim and gory. Let's see what we look like. Oh, okay. I was expecting like a big stab wound in the chest, but you know. Priorities, you know it. You know it, Max Wattage. Clyde, doing well. What else have we got? Ooh. Ooh. Sung the Strongs. Oh no, that was the end of the last act. Okay. The yellow sign is only visible or drawable by those who have witnessed or performed the King in Yellow play. Being exposed to yellow sign after witnessing or performing the play, the King in Yellow will cause a permanent, irreversible obsession with the king, her court, and Carcosa. This insane obsession persists after death. If you are content to spend your life with the king, dim all lights, leave your window open, and light black fire candles. This will allow otherworldly images to reveal themselves. Draw the shape below without the X. Oh, is that it? I thought there might be a way out of it. I suppose the other thing we could do is just get Lynetta back out. Okay, if you perform this after the ritual, it will have consequences. I cannot wait. Next week, we are going to be going through all of the fucking consequences.
Behold, the yellow sign. Become my
Oh, you
slave,
followed me.
my
Ooh, you
eternal
little
captive
stalker.
audience. I am entropy. Disorder. Where things are built tall, I appear to knock them down. Monuments, nations, relationships.
They've all got the stab wound in the chest. Every single one of them's wearing a yellow mask, and they've all got the stab wound in the chest. Some of these husks have wedding rings on their fingers.
I steal the hearts and minds of the rich or powerful to break them, and litter my court with them like gold dust.
But why me of all people? I'm broke.
Because I am the breeze of chaos that knocks down any tower that challenges the grandness of my court. Your relationship with my sister was one of those things. Before, I only pursued you because you have a great deal of clout amongst the night-going crowd and shrewd, wealthy types. You would have been an incredibly powerful servant who would have been able to draw in countless wayward souls that meet my standards. At least, until that reality ended and you undid all of my hard work.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. It was a vengeful plot.
All of my followers that I had stolen from Lynetta, gone in an instant. And I had no choice but to abandon that reality. There's nothing left to destroy if nothing exists, you see. But in this reality, I've stolen away her most powerful asset. You. Just as I've stolen every member of my entourage.
Oh, the husks. They're bleeding from their chests onto their elegant robes, just like me. All these people. Why?
Why? Because it's what I do.
No, I mean,
Why are they still here? Aren't they kind of third-wheeling our moment here? Kick them out.
Huh? Such a defiant tone. Why aren't you under the effects of the yellow sign?
Got smooches to get!
Were you unaffected? Did the spell fail?
Pucker up, sunshine! I don't feel any different.
You're supposed to be obsessed with me!
Ah! I mean, I already was, since I first saw you. That's why your little spell didn't work.
You can try and resist it all you want, but one way or another, you're my eternal slave from now on.
You proposing to me? I accept.
No, dearest, I'm not talking about marriage. What I'm talking about is catering to my every whim, anticipating my every desire, and living solely to please me.
Yeah, that sounds just like marriage.
No! I'm talking about a servitude where you do nothing but kiss the ground I walk on and revere me for all of time. A servitude unlike anything on Earth, where you never so much as think of anyone else.
Nope. We have that on Earth. Again, it's called marriage.
It's different!
It's not.
Is too!
How so?
It means no freedom. Forever. You are only permitted to do as I say.
It?
And it means preparing every single one of my meals for me, whenever I so wish.
Yeah, sure, for sure, yeah.
And it means never being allowed to quit your servitude. You'll never be free of me so long as you live.
Until death do us part, even?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, but you're literally just describing being married. I mean, hey, if that's what you want, then I'm in. Let's get married.
Dearest.
Smooches!
You shouldn't.
Okay, this is a breach of consent. I'm not okay with this. I realize that it's a fantasy. Ha 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 ha. Wouldn't that be great if you just plant a fucking smooch on them? But in regards to the game, we've got smooch 1. Okay?
I stole you away. I ruined your relationship with Lynetta.
Yes, you did. She's still in the shower. If you want to go get it, we could go get her. She's still in the shower. I already broke up with Lynetta in the other reality, actually.
Why are you being so persistent?
That's really interesting.
You don't really want to marry me that badly.
That's really interesting. What's interesting about this is the fact that if I'd have played it through without doing the breakup ritual, so if I'd have played it through and just tried to get one version of each storyline, I wonder what it would have been like. Because if, not at the moment, Hanshira, but thank you very much for asking. If I had not done the breakup with Lynetta and just done the one run of the first chapter, I wonder how that would have changed this, because I wouldn't have broken up with Lynetta in the last reality. Why are you being that persistent? You can't really want to marry me that badly?
You're just trying to act all smooth, so I give you your second smooch.
Save it for our wedding day.
You can't be serious.
I'm gonna marry a cosmic being. You know? He was serious. The king in white. Forget the king in yellow. She's so confused. Look at this shit. Gonna wife you up. She's never dealt with a brat, so that yeah, 100%. She is not used to dealing with brats at all. At all. I love the fact that I've got a little bandage on my chest. And the fact that I've removed the mask as well. And now we're married. How's it going, Low Canty? Okay, so
yeah, so that's really interesting. I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't have broken up. If I'd have never got this ending, then they wouldn't have had that, you know? So the yellow sign, the king in white, and the wake end redux. So I've got four endings in the second chapter that will be a mix of the two storylines, which is interesting. And I know that we can start fucking about with them next time. However, what I do want to do is I want to go through now and quickly get the three different sections of each one. So if I jump into Eldritch Mouth now, so we've
Yes?
so I've done the Eldritch Mouth. You called me. Yeah, okay.
What are you?
We're just
No.
skipping through because I've done all this once already. Got my Eldritch Mouth, my little blowjob hand.
Darling. Darling.
Okay, yeah. Fine, dandy. All good and dandy. Oh my lordy, this is ridiculous. Marriage is that brings us together. Arrangement, a dream within a dream. That is a reference to Princess Bride. Is there a third chapter? So I believe there's a third chapter, Hansjera. But the third chapter requires us to get certain, like, collectibles from the other two chapters. And I'm trying to work out where they are. So I know that one is in this chapter. Okay? So I'm going to try and grab it now. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, we've gone through all of these things. Yeah, this was when we first met Missy in chapter 1. Come on, there we go. I just want to grab the book again. If I can grab the book again, then I'll be alright. Okay, so. This one. Okay, so it is that we have to do it in one interaction of the game, all right? So if I then go load checkpoint, when did we get it before?
Hello,
Is it this
handsome.
point? Okay.
Oh.
Get into grips with the thingies. I'm assuming it was this point. I can't
Delicious.
quite remember. And then I believe Metamorphosis. The breakup has been scribbled out. Dark Communion. Eldritch Mouth. Okay, hold on. What happens if we load checkpoint? The Dark Communion? Oh, is that because we're at the Dark Communion? Genuine question, friends. Does anyone remember where the third one is? So we've done it out of when we followed the King in Yellow storyline. We done it when we followed the King in Yellow storyline because it said it had unforeseen consequences. Is that where we're at? I don't think you found the third one yet. I was sure that I had last week. Because we went through or the week before even. Because we went through these ones and we got the ending Redux. Because I remember getting 2. Because, yeah, so I remember getting 2 out of 3. Missed the question. Where the third
section. I haven't got the third yet. Huh. Interesting. I remember getting 2 out of 3. So we got the one that was in the first section. Okay, genuine yes or no question. Is the third tied to one of the 4 endings that we haven't got yet? It's alright, hardcore. I just won't read that. That's fine. Spitballing? No. Believe that there's 2 in the first chapter, and then the third one is in the second chapter. Okay, so we've actually got... Maybe that's where the second one came in then. It's not letting us go back. Why are you not letting us click on anything? It's not letting me click on anything. Okay, there we go. So if I... Cheeky. Load chapter. So if we go to the first one and the Eldritch Mouth, so we've got prepare the offering. Fuck's sake. Right, okay, it's not letting me do any of this shit. Main menu.
Sucker for love. First
Load.
date.
We've done the Eldritch Mouth. Preparing the offering. Let's have a look.
That already.
Rabbitsborough, how you doing? Been to a funeral today. I'm struggling with quite the headache. Got a... Oh, maybe an hour ago. You take it easy, Rabbitsborough. You take it easy. It's at the end. At the end of... Okay, Artemis Blackfire, you specifically. How's it going, Andreas? How you doing? How's it going, Donna Silvio? How you doing? At the end of the first chapter, or one of the endings of the second chapter? One of the endings of the second chapter. Okay. Okay, that changes things up a little bit. Okay. Wonder if I can scam it. No. No, I can't scan it. I thought maybe we could like scam it a little bit and cheese it, you know. So it's one of it's one of the endings of chapter 2, but it's not one of the ones I've already got. Is that right? What have I missed? I remember finding your way back to this lady and then dying for the second time. Yeah, so what we've done, let me go back to the checkpoint, fuck it. So we did chapter 1. I went through and got the other endings, which was actually unfortunate because one of the endings we broke up with her, and it turns out that if you break up with her, even in various playthroughs, it does actually affect the way that the rest of the situation goes, you know. Still in the office, tired and want to leave, but I have to be here for another 90 minutes. Oh, good lord. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. It's kind of hard to explain. It's at the end, but not an ending. Huh. So if we jump in here... all of this stuff. How's it going, friendly chick? How you doing? Okay. So, let's have a look-see. If you make a mistake, do not make a mistake 100 only about yes. So this is the one that we've already got. Let's have a look at the previous ones. Okay, so nothing there. Which allows you to utter and speak unspeakable incantations. That's fine. Perform this ritual after Estier's masquerade will have consequences. Well, we've definitely done that. But we could have a bit of a laugh with this one. Whoop. Whoops. The ending of the book, not the chapter. Hungry and invited guests. We've done that one. I'm confused as to what you mean. Doing great until damn maintenance guy walked in my apartment, my bedroom door. May have knocked, but I was midstream. What a nightmare. Oh, good lord. How are they allowed to do that? They should not be allowed to do that. Launch a complaint. Complain, 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 complain. Got to catch up on some much needed sleep yesterday. Been running a little sleep over a week now, so of course was up all night. Been past noon. Jesus Christ, what a nightmare. Noise cancelling headset. My dog almost ate him. Instant PTSD trigger. I'm calming down slowly. I'm not fucking surprised. Yeah, complain. I would launch an official complaint. Unfortunately, I missed all of the game. Is it entertaining? Yeah, the game is actually very entertaining. It's Lovecraftian dating simulator. It's very fucked up. Very amusing though, but very fucked up. Very amusing, but very fucked up is the best way to describe it. You know? They're not allowed to do that. They need to call and schedule. I mean, in this country, that's the case. But I know that other countries have different... other countries and also other states, depending on where you are, have different regulations and stuff. And what rights people have and shit like that. My dog got a treat for it. But I about fell off my chair when my dog flew off my bed in full Cujo mode. Too fucking right. And I hope that it shit up the maintenance guy. I hope it absolutely shit up the maintenance guy. Did they knock and you just didn't hear it, or did they just fucking let themselves in regardless? I can give steps if you want, of what you need if you want. How easy is it to find Artemis Blackfire? On a scale of 1 to 10, if we go through it again and play one of the different endings, for example, like when we start mixing it up, for example, is it gonna become really obvious, or is it one of those really obscure things that you only really find it if you know what you're looking for? They have to give you 24 hours notice. He says that he knocked. Well, if they didn't give you 24 hours notice, then they're in breach of policy, right? Something somewhat similar happened to me, and the other person almost got shot because keep your gun in the bedside table. I personally disagree with guns, and that's one of the reasons why. But I can understand why you might feel unsafe for shit like that, you know. You had to look it up when you played, so 8. You spotted the instructions while I was playing. Where are we in this? Why do you want it so bad? I just want to know what, like, because I know there's a third chapter, and I'm assuming that the third chapter, because I know there's a third chapter, because I've seen the character, the Egyptian-style cat character, and I don't want to know. It's all right for the time being. Thank you very much, Hardcore Casual, but I appreciate that.
Tell me about this game. I need a diversion. The game is a Cthulhu-based dating simulator. So all of the characters... We are a guy who works in a host club. We are a guy that works in a host club. And we had a dream about a Cthulhu-based entity. And then we got transfixed by the dream. And we were like, cool, we're going to summon that Cthulhu-based entity into this realm of existence in order to give them a smooch. And we're on chapter 2, which means that we are being battled between... Or we've just completed chapter 2, which means we're being battled between 2 different Lovecraftian elder gods. And we're trying to smooch them both. Because apparently that's the way we do things. But we've just completed it, but we know there's a 3rd chapter, and I'm trying to work it out. As I understand, the next stream won't be the chapter 3 either, so you don't need it yet. Oh, I definitely don't, Nibirum, but I want it. Because I'm greedy like that, you know? Did you finish the free Prelude game? I got no idea. I thought the free Prelude game was just chapter 1. You know? If you're horny for eldritch beings, going through the rituals in order to get smooches. Basically, yeah. There's a hungry uninvited guest. Nothing. Sounds adorable and creepy all at once. It is definitely adorable and creepy all at once. That is exactly what it is. Woo! This is it! Black fire reveals secrets. Okay, before we do that then, I want to know what's in the... anything in here. No. Well, look at all that. After all that. Oh, it's a fucking Shuggoth? Oh, God. Excuse me. Where's my fucking... I've got multiple layers of fucking music here now. Where's my goddamn 3rd one? And why can I not bounce through them all like this? Fucking bastard game. Just trying to skip through, friends. Trying to get to a point where I can actually do the summoning thing that I did before. Okay, what happens now? Okay.
Sucker for love. First date.
Okay, it saved it. It saved it. We got the 3rd chapter.
Sucker for love. First date.
We got the 3rd chapter. And that's what I really needed. That's what I was after this whole time. That's what I was after this whole time. All right.